So I was like, yeah.
Do you know what?
And she was like, no. And I was like, well, you can't.
I just
And
keep
she was
forgetting
like,
everything. So,
well,
I've got
I can't.
being
And I was like, but you're not allowed. And she was like, well, I don't care. And I was like, what about the rules? She was like, what about it? And I was like, if you do it, I'm going to call the police. And she was like, don't care. So I was like, getting my phone out. And she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, well, nothing. And she was like, well, yeah, it is, or you wouldn't be being like this. And I was like, it's just the rule. It's just the way things are supposed to. It's just the way things have to be. And maybe you get that.
I've got the four things,
yeah,
but
not like
after I did
God
the
or whatever, she cut me off.
And it just turned into a
She
civil.
was like, do you know my life?
Contemporary, which I absolutely love.
Do my life like you? Do my life like audit? Do my life like fucking bullshit? Do you even know my life? Do you know anything about my life?
I don't feel like there's a place with it, because I've got one on James Bond. It's just a monologue.
I just said, she had scars
She
on
finds
her
her
legs.
mum dead left downstairs and she like starts playing with her eyes.
It's one of these.
So I was like, no. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, you can't. And she was like, well, I am.
It's not
And I was like, what about the rules? And she was like, what about it? So I was like, if you do it, I'm calling the police. And she was like, don't care. So I was like getting my phone out, and she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. And she was like, well, yeah, it is. And I was like, well, no, it isn't. And she was like, well, yeah, it is. You won't be being like this. Being like this. Why can I not too angry?
What are you doing?
Flashbacks. Traumatic flashbacks. Angry. I'm an angry bird. So I was like, yeah. And she was like, no. So I was like, what are the words? So I was like, no. But she was like, yeah. So I was like, you can't. And she was like, well, I am. And I was like, you're not allowed. And she was like, I don't care. So I was like, well, what about the rules? And she was like, so what? So I was like, if you do it, I'm going to call the police. And she was like, okay. So I was like, getting my phone out. And she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, well, nothing. And she was like, well, yeah, there is. And I was like, well, no, there isn't. And she was like, well, yeah, there is, and you won't be being like this. You won't be being like this. And I was like, it's just the rules. It's just the way things need, it's the way things have to be. And maybe you get that, but you get to choose. You're like God or whatever. And she cut me off. And she was like, have you seen my life? Do you know my life? My life look like raw shoes. My life look like fucking ordered shoes. Do you know anything about my life?
She's done to Bollock.
I just said.
But Bollock can know still.
She'll be on the red list.
What's
the red list? So people
I just said
now,
nothing.
we're going to put in the list and we're going to put them on verbal
She had,
ones. Then at the end of the year,
she had scars on her legs. Said nothing.
Well, nobody likes it.
I just said.